Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, First Community Financial Bank, the community bank where you come first. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette, and with me now representing the Education Center, Dr. Michael Liddell, who is the founder and executive director, and Sagar Tucker, a former student. So welcome, guys. Good to have you on set.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So come on, Mike. You've been with us before, but never gets old. Tell us a little bit about the Education Center and why you founded it.
Well, I founded the Education Center in 1979 in Oak Park, Illinois, and at that time I was teaching school. I was assistant principal of a school on the south side. And my concern was that the dropout rate in Chicago at that time was about 49–50%. And so I felt that if kids could have, and families could have a place they can go where they get extra help, academic support, emotional help, family, it can make all the difference in the world as far as them succeeding or not. So in 1979, we opened our doors, and this year we'll be celebrating our 36th year.
Fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. A lot of students have walked through and gotten services from you over the years.
They have, and we like to feel that we've made a difference and it had an impact in their lives, and they've gone on to be very, very successful.
Well, Sagar, tell us a little bit about how you got involved with Dr. Liddell.
Okay, so I met Dr. Liddell when I was 15 years old. I was at Naperville North High School during the time. And my dean actually knew Dr. Liddell at the time, so my mother had set up for me to go meet him. At the time, I was struggling in school. I was struggling with, I was hanging out with some people who were getting in trouble. And I was a smart kid, but I wasn't determined enough to do well in my classes, so my parents sent me over to Dr. Liddell to see what we could do.
And how did that experience, how did that help you succeed in school?
Oh, it helped me a great deal. You know, he's always been there to provide support and guidance. He's always been there to get me in touch with the right people. He's always been there in scenarios when I'm not feeling well to comfort me. Over the years, he's played many different roles, from a counselor to a friend to a role model to a parent figure. And even at this point in my life now, now that I'm an adult, he still helps me. He's still supportive. And now I'm running my own non-for-profit, so he's helping me with that.
Now tell us a little bit about that. That's exciting.
Yeah, so we operate in Chicago. And basically, we specialize in helping the homeless individuals who are in the most critical conditions. So these are people in the dangerous sides of Chicago, people who are not living in the shelters, predominantly in the streets. And we provide them with whatever we can. Our goal is to show them that they're loved. And, you know, in the process, we help them with food, clothing, transportation, cell phones, anything we can. We just try to make sure they know that they're loved.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You're really paying it forward from what your experience has been.
I'm trying to, yes.
Yeah, that's terrific. Now tell us, because we hear oftentimes about the Littleisms, and I want you to just tell us, what are those?
Well, some people that call them the Littleisms, and I never think of those as cliches. I think of those as a philosophy. And one in particular is, well, what we do is we help kids, give them the skills, the self-confidence, and motivation to be successful. And part of that is, one of the Littleisms would be, look ahead and prepare, look back and regret. So we try to get them to understand about the reality of how the real world works. The better your plan and better you're prepared, the more options and opportunities you will have. If you don't, the less you will have. So now is the time to work hard, focus, and do what you need to do so that you'll be able to move forward and make good decisions and choices, exercise good judgment, do all the things that will enhance and help you have a good life, as opposed to not making good decisions and choices and holding you back and holding you down.
I think that's really terrific. It's out that front window as opposed to in the rearview mirror.
Right.
Really good. Good common advice. Tell us a little bit about how that's impacted you.
So, you know, I used to miss a lot of opportunities in life, especially early on. So hearing these or being reminded of these Littleisms so regularly made me kind of stop and look at how I felt whenever I would miss an opportunity. And what I started to notice time and time again is the feeling was not good. I felt bad. So at a certain point, I started to change my ways and get things done. And as a result, my level of stress was greatly decreased. So.
Isn't that funny how sometimes doing the right thing really helps reduce stress? It
Feels
makes
the
you
best.
feel good. It
Yeah.
makes you feel better.
Absolutely.
Any other ones, Dr. Liddell, that you'd
Well,
like to share?
one that we use a lot is, again, we're about accountability. We're about empowering young people to take ownership and personal responsibility for their lives, about making changes, not excuses. And we do this through a unique life coaching, counseling type approach. We always say that life can be filled with problems, but if you look at it as situations, you're always going to have situations. And the idea is, what can you do to make it better? What action or actions can you take to improve the situation and thus improve your life? So when we say, find a way, not an excuse, that's exactly what we mean. If things get tough, you don't throw up your hands. You roll up your sleeves and you find a way, not an excuse, and you problem solve. What can I do to make it better? I have a situation here. I can avoid it, I can ignore it and hope somehow it'll all get better, or I can roll up my sleeves and seek solutions.
And Sagar, it sounds like you did that. You rolled up your sleeves and you found some solutions, and now look where you are today.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's great. Now, you're going to be honoring in your annual Kids Best Friend Awards dinner and recognition some people who have also taken a very great role in young people's lives and helping move them forward. Talk a little bit about your benefit coming up.
Well, it's our major fundraiser. We have it every year. This year it's going to be October 16th. And the purpose of the fundraiser, every year we have a great lineup of award recipients, and this year is no exception. It's a two-purpose. One is to raise money. The money is raised and allocated to work with kids and families who have problems and struggle financially. So we turn no one away.
That's great.
And so not only raising money, but it's also about honoring people in the community who do great things on behalf of children. And this year we have, again, for our Kids Best Friend, our major award, Ray Jones. We have Nikki Scott from the Sunrise Rotary. She's going to receive a community award. Vicki Coletta, who will receive our Make a Difference award. And our George and Pat Pradle Humanitarian Award will be presented to Brand and Marianne Babowski.
Such 5 wonderful people in the community who have done so much on behalf of so many.
Incredible people. I mean, they give of themselves constantly, and they make so many contributions to the community and the world.
Yeah, I think that's terrific. So thank you guys. And for more information about the Education Center and their annual Kids Best Friend Benefit and Awards Dinner being held on Friday, October 16th, please visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go away because we'll be right back with more Spotlight.